Hey everyone, how's it going? Rich from Elk Endeavors here. Hopefully I'm live. I'm really excited to let's see. Oops, it's thinking. All right, hi everybody. How's it going? Rich from Elk Endeavors here. I'm really excited to be here. This is my second time going live, and I'm very happy to be here. So I have notes here. I'm gonna pull up, and hopefully you can see them. I'll be able to to be able to talk through them. I want to really kind of value your time and make sure that people are able to get what they need to, and then kind of move on. That's really important because a lot of the things that I talk about is making sure that you execute and stop watching videos. Watch what you need to watch when you need to watch it, and then move on and execute. So I'm going to go ahead and look at my notes here. And today I wanted to talk about 5 ways to move forward. Okay, and forget about making ends meet. Okay, forget it. Forget about making ends meet. Okay, that's really, really important. And I'll talk about that in just a second. So if you're on YouTube and you're watching this on a replay, please drop me a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. And on Facebook, please interact with me. Let me know how I'm doing. I'll check the comments here in a little bit just to kind of see who's here. And with that, I'll go ahead and get started. Okay. So one of the things that we've really noticed over the last month and 6 weeks has been this, people have lost their jobs. People are struggling to survive because of the lockdown. It's just been awful. It's been really, really tough to watch. I'm very fortunate in that I do have a position where I haven't lost it, and I'm very fortunate. But I'm also working toward building my business. I'm taking advantage of this time when I'm not working, when my work hours are over. I'm taking advantage of the time to make sure that I'm learning and doing as much as I can. And I've had to avoid, I've really tried to avoid the sort of learning paralysis, right? Like I've been learning a ton, and it's really easy to just like be comfortable in learning and not actually doing the things that I'm supposed to be doing, the things that I'm trying to execute on. So that's really important. So, but ultimately, people are struggling to survive. They're trying to make ends meet, and trying to make, and starting to think about making money online, and starting to look at YouTube videos and reach out to people and things like that. What I want you to do is stop trying to make ends meet. Okay. And I know that sounds sort of counterintuitive. And I just got to reach over for my pen. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but here's the deal. Okay. You'll never make ends meet. Okay. Ends cannot be met. Okay. So when you think about, this is my diagram, right? When you think about making ends meet, you have to really think about how when you try to make, I'm trying to make sure I'm up here. When you're trying to make your income get here and your income get here, your income get here, your income get here. This little part here where you're actually making, where it looks like you're making ends meet, this is a problem, okay? Because what happens is that something goes wrong. Okay. And this has happened to me time and again. And drop me a comment and let me know if this has happened to you or if you've experienced this, where if you've ever made ends meet, like you've had a surplus of $20 or $30 at the end of the month, and you're like, oh my gosh, I finally did it, right? What happens? You need an oil change, or the tires go, or the dishwasher goes, or something has to be fixed, something has to be taken care of at the house, and then suddenly you're back to square one, right? You're back here, and this is all, no more ends meeting, right? And so what I'm trying to do today is to help people really kind of overpower the making ends meet. I'm going to go back to my my thing so I can make sure you can see it. So if this is where you're trying to get to in terms of making your ends meet, what you need to do, what I'm advocating for, and what I really hope that you take into consideration, is that you want to far exceed the end. So you don't even have to worry about this. This is no longer an issue. Okay. You're trying to get over here where you don't ever have to worry about making ends meet. You want to make it so that you have the money. You never have to worry about things. and you can survive, not even survive, but thrive. Okay, so that's really what I hopefully this is you can hopefully the screen's flipped, but that's a really important. This is what I'm after. Okay, this is what I'm trying to get people to do. This is what I'm doing. Okay, I've overshot the make. I'm done with making ends meet. Right, I don't that hasn't worked. It never will work. And so I've just decided to blow it out of the water and change my whole outlook on things. Okay, so you have to overpower the ends. Okay, now I've been reading Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by Harv Ecker, and I was brought onto that book by a friend named Anand, and so I've actually been listening to it. I haven't been reading it. I've been listening to it when I exercise, and so. The things that I'm going to be talking about are really just they're influenced by what Harv Eker has to say. And the Millionaire Mind is obviously, like, it's called Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. So people don't do this. They don't practice this. They're scared of doing these types of things. But ultimately, you have to not be scared. You have to just do the things that you're doing. And really what I'll say is, if what you're doing or what you have been doing, that's what's gotten you where you are, right? That's what got me where I am. And if I never changed anything, if I didn't take massive action, I would still be where I was in February 2019, right? But because I took massive action and I decided, you know what, I'm done. I'm not driving for Uber anymore. If you've followed me for any length of time, I have a story about Uber where I was driving for Uber and I was missing my family. And the whole point of it was to be with my family and not have to work, right? And I was working more and I was away from my family. So it just was completely opposite of what I would want to do. So that's what we're talking about here. So with Millionaire Mind, and these are things that sort of were inspired by my listening to that and understanding that. You have to stop with the side hustles. Okay. The side hustle is something that will keep you in the trying to make ends meet, and it'll keep you in a mindset of lack. It'll keep you in a sense of like, oh, I just have to make $100 extra this week, or I just have to make $150 extra this month, right? A side hustle, the bang for your buck is really, really, it's completely minimal. Okay. It feels like you're making money, but the amount of time you're spending away from your family, away from the people that you love, is just completely not worth it. Okay, and that's where I was with my Uber driving. I would actually sneak out of the house early. I would get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I would go work out. But I would take someone somewhere on the way to working out, and then I would take someone somewhere after working out and on my way to work. Right, which is like, it was crazy. And then I would take someone somewhere on my way home. And I didn't tell my family about it because I was embarrassed about it, and I didn't want them to find out, because I didn't want them to know I was spending any more time away from my family than I should have been at my regular job. So that's where the side hustle comes in. So if you're looking at, they have online, you see all these people talk about surveys, and you can do a survey and make $5. Well, the survey takes you an hour, right? And you're staring at your phone, or it might take you 10 minutes, but you're still staring at your phone while your kids are running around or your friends are doing, something, and it's no fun, right? It's not helpful. And so that's something where, when you think about your side hustles and you think about the things that you're trying to do in order to make ends meet, which again, you'll never do, you have to really, kind of point in a different direction. Okay. So you really want to have a mindset of abundance rather than lack. And the best way that I can describe this is like, when you think about, if you're wanting to go on vacation, right? Someday when we get back to being able to go on vacations, or you need a new car, you want a new car. You want to be able to say, instead of "I can't afford that," and then just going for like the cheaper version, you want to say, how can I afford that? Right? Like, what do I need to do in order to be able to afford that? And I'm not talking about going and driving for Uber and making enough money to buy a car. I'm talking about, like figuring out a way that you can build a business online that will help you, right? Help you get to that point. So, that's what you really want to be thinking about. Those of you on YouTube, if let me know how I'm doing. Let me know if this is resonating with you. Drop me a comment below and let me know what you think so far. All right, so when you're thinking about creating a business, right? We're moving from making ends meet to creating a business. You want to build for passive income. Okay, you don't want to be building for salary. You don't want to be building a second salary into your life, right? Because but with a salary, you're trading time for money, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. That's what 99% of the people do in our society, right? And thank goodness for that, because we can be stable and we can pay for the things that we absolutely need, right? But if you're trying to start on the side, or you're trying to build a business on the side, again, not a side hustle, but building a business on the side, you don't want to build a salary. You want to build passive income. Okay, you want to be paid a percentage of your value, and the more valuable you are to the marketplace, the more you'll get paid, right? So there's no end. There's no limit to your income. If you become really, really valuable and you can solve a problem, a really big problem or a small problem, whatever it is, the bigger the problem you solve, the more money you're going to make. And you just start figuring out what those problems are that people need help with, and then you solve them and you continue to solve them, right? And that's a very, very important thing. So you don't want to build a business to create another salary for yourself. You want to build a business so you build passive income, and then you can kind of sit back and say, okay, well, now I'm going to live on the interest of the passive income, or the automaticity that you've gotten going. One of my favorite things from reading from Secrets of a Millionaire Mind is the idea that every dollar you make, every dollar that you find on the ground, any time you have money, you treat it like a soldier. Okay, every dollar is a soldier, and that soldier's job is to make you more money, is to multiply itself, is to work for you. You use money as a tool. Figuring out that money is a tool is extremely important, because if you don't think of money as a tool, then it'll use you. Okay, so don't let the money use you. You use it as a tool. You make it work for you. And that's really helped me. That's been interesting, because with the lockdown, I haven't been going to convenience stores. But one of the things that I'm not a Starbucks guy. I mean, I am a Starbucks guy. I love Starbucks, but I don't like go there every day. But I was going to a place called Wawa, which is a convenience store chain here in Pennsylvania. And so, but even Wawa, it was like $1.20 a day, right? And so the amount of coffees that I bought at $1.20 a day, that's a ton of money, right? When it really boils down to it. So then you think about all the people that go to Starbucks every day and they spend, $3.45 on a coffee, or $4 or $5 on a coffee a day. Imagine how much money you could have. And if each one of those soldiers is going to the cash register at Starbucks instead of working for you, right? So that's a really important. So I just love that idea of a soldier, of the dollars being a soldier. And what you have to do in order to be successful with this, you have to be willing to work, be willing to learn, and be ready to go. Right? This is not. I'm not going to sit here and say this is easy. This is not something that is meant to be easy, because if it was easy, then everyone would be doing it, right? Uber is relatively easy to do, right? And there's a lot of people doing it, but a lot of people aren't making any money. And a lot of people are having their cars thrown up in, and a lot of people are having to get new tires because their tires are worn out before their time. So easy is not the way to go. Okay, when you're building, especially when you're building for passive income, you have to put the time in, you have to learn, and you have to execute. Okay, learning is one thing, but then executing on what you learn. You can have all kinds of knowledge and never actually execute, and you won't get anywhere. Okay, and you do much better to execute incorrectly and screw it up, because you learn, right? That's part of the learning process. And that's an important piece of this as well. So when you're thinking about, building a business and building a passive income business, you have to be willing to learn, you have to be ready, but ultimately it's worth it. Okay, I've been doing this since February 2019. I'm a completely different person than I was. I'm in a completely different place than I was a year or 15 months ago. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. Okay, because I've worked my tail off, but now I'm here, right? I've overcome a lot of humps, and now I am where I am, and I'm able to talk about it and help other people. Okay, so hopefully this is all resonating with you. I hope you're getting really good information here. Let me know what ideas resonate with you, and how you're going to take action, like what things you're going to take action. And I will tell you that in terms of the learning. I have a particular program that I used and I learned from. I learned everything I know. I've learned from this particular program, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. I mean, this thing was amazing for me. It would be amazing for you. So if you want to know what that program is and you want some more information on it, please DM me, or drop me a comment in the YouTube video and let me know. And I'm happy to work with you and help you out with that. And then if you're looking at just getting started doing something, Royaltie, I've been talking about Royaltie for a while. It's a multi-level marketing piece, but you can not but like it's a multi-level marketing, and you can become an affiliate, and you basically you can promote it on your own, but you can use it as a promotional tool. It's a promotional tool that promotes itself, and then you can make money on it. So it's a really amazing product. I've been involved in it for a couple months now, and it's kind of changed my business. And I know that it can do the same for you. You can build a business around it. So that's where, if you want to do and you want to learn quickly and get into the money really, really quickly, that's the way. That's what I would definitely suggest is Royaltie. So hit me up on DM, or drop me a line on YouTube, and I'd be more than happy to talk to you about that, because that is, like, if you're trying to get this done and you're not looking for a side hustle, you're looking for a legitimate, business. Royaltie is the way to go, because it promotes it promotes itself. Like, how you can't go wrong with that. It's not like it's not a health food thing where you're trying to get people to you're trying to recruit your friends and recruit your relatives and whatnot to get just get them to sell. It actually recruits for you, as a legitimate marketing tool. So you can have it as be an affiliate, but you can also you can go to restaurants and car dealerships and all these different places that need help getting people to their businesses, and you can promote it to them, because they need help, right? You're solving a problem. Again, you're solving a problem that people need help with. So that's a really important thing too. So Royaltie, DM me if you want to know about the course that I took, and believe in and promote. That's the primary thing that I promote. And thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope that you got a lot out of this. Please drop me a line and let me know that you did or you didn't, and please let me know what else I can do to help you and become more valuable to you, so that you can start getting what you need to out of your life and out of your financial, on your way toward financial freedom. So thank you very much, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.